in case you missed it on Newsbreak.
The idea of helping Tongaat arose from our team that was on site. So we have a large volunteer base around the country, and our Sewa International Tongaat team advised us that this is what's happened on the ground. And from there, we coordinated our efforts, and our team was on the ground. They were the first responders on Monday afternoon. Our support structure came on board, and all our volunteers were there. And we started to identify what were the needs of the community.
When you got to the ground on Monday, or as you are there now, where do you start? Because the level of destruction is so vast that one actually looks around and you don't really know where to start and what to pick up first.
Our first analysis showed that people needed food, they needed blankets, and they needed items such as canned items that they could use, because there was no electricity and water was also an issue. So we started with bottled water, and the list just grew from there. And as it's progressed now, currently there's an abundance of food items and canned items and blankets, and what's needed right now is building materials. We've started a campaign to raise funds and also to get people on board to donate as paint, nails and roof tiles, as well as plastic sheeting, something as simple as plastic sheeting, just to ensure that these people are able to cover their roofs and prevent what little they have left from getting damaged.
We took a walk through the area of Tongaat. I was down at Naidu Road, which is considered to be one of the hardest hit areas. I have to ask, is the relief enough? Because the extent of damage looks far more grave than many anticipate.
It's actually ongoing. We started at Naidu Road on Monday evening, and we went all the way to Emakaweni. And the devastation is so widespread that we were actually shocked. And that's why we've decided that this is going to be an ongoing project, and we're going to help as many people as possible. As you know, the motto of Sewa International is we service all people, and together we serve better. So the spirit of Ubuntu also comes into play, where we are because of you. And likewise, we come together and the community comes together to help all those in need.
How does one get involved then to assist Sewa International, or to even assist on the ground?
Okay, so what you can do is you can find our details on sevasa.org. You can also find us on social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook, Sewa in South Africa and Sewa International South Africa. Our numbers are on all those, on the websites and the social platforms. So you're welcome to get a hold of us. There's my team, which consists of two other volunteers, Shivarlin Naicker and Shikar Singh. And contact us, and we'll put you on the ground with a relief team that's going around.
I want to ask you my final question now. As much as you're doing work and you're doing, volunteerism on the ground, what goes through your mind as an individual when you walk through the devastation that you've been walking through for the past week in Tongaat? What goes through your mind as you go about your work?
We've been through so many projects, and what really touches us at a human level is when you see people that are trying to scavenge and trying to retrieve what little basic things like sheet metal and furniture, and just trying to make do with what little they have. That actually touches us, and it actually drives us to want to achieve more and try to help those people. Because if you look at the poverty levels in South Africa, it's so disheartening that you want to go to bed knowing that you've done something, regardless of how large or how small, but it's made a difference in somebody's life, and that's what resonates amongst all our volunteers.
Newsbreak, Lotus FM, powered by SABC News.